Nessa Santjer. I'm going to talk about women's right to vote and to education. First, I'm going to talk about what year our first president was elected. It was 1789. George Washington was the first president ever to be elected into office. Women had no part in making this happen. Women did not have the right to vote until 1920. Women had to wait for Congress to pass the 19th Amendment. Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Cady Stanton were the leaders 100 years ago of the Women's Rights Convention to give women the right to vote and to education. This summer is a mark in history. It is the 100th anniversary of women winning the right to vote. After earning the rights to vote and to education, there were some rights women still had to fight for. One of the heroes who fought for women's rights was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth was also known as RBG. Ruth devoted her life to changing women's rights, in education and the workplace, including fair pay. Ruth taught law school from 1963 to 1972. Ruth was appointed to the U.S. Court of Appeals in 1980. By President Jimmy Carter. She was the second woman to get appointed to the United States Supreme Court. That was a big deal for women. It happened in 1993 by President Bill Clinton. While serving as a Supreme Court justice, she made many decisions about women's rights. Ruth Bader Ginsburg died this year on September 18, 2020, at the age of 87 from complications of metastatic pancreatic cancer. She died at her home in Washington, D.C. Other women who are also heroes when it comes to women's rights are Arabella Mansfield. She was the first woman lawyer. Geraldine Ferraro, who was the first woman to run to be a vice president for a major party ticket in 1984. And Nancy Pelosi, who became the first woman Speaker of the House. One of the most recent history-making heroes is Kamala Harris. She is the first female vice president. She was also the first Indian American and African American to serve as vice president. These women are just some of the thousands that fought for our rights. When you vote for the first time, you can thank these women. When you get a job, you have these women to thank. These women who went through some of the hardest times to get where we are today. When you go to school, you can thank these women. They are our heroes now and will always be. Thank you for listening.